Welcome back to the Hoxton Fashion Show with Supermalt. It's The Pressure, it's Olivia Cox London, and it's Elspeth Pearce.
Hello, I'm just eating. I'm busy at the moment.
Come back later.
I'm in heaven right now, food heaven.
Tomorrow, and someone else is here, but we've got someone else here right now. The team from Spandeli are in the studio. How you doing?
Hi, I'm very good, very good. Nice day today. It's good. Nice walk across the park.
Yeah.
He's local. Spandeli. How far away is Spandeli from the studio?
Literally from the studio, it's probably just across Hackney Downs, down to the Pembury, behind the Pembury Tavern. Mm-hmm. Spandeli, you'll find it very easily.
Okay. I think I know where you are, ish. Yeah.
So what is Spandeli?
Spandeli, it's my wife is Spanish. I'm an East Londoner, so it came about 4.5 years ago. We found this vacant shop, and I've always loved food. I've always loved food. And I've lived in Hackney for 30 years, and I got fed up with not being able to get good food locally, always having to go into Selfridges or into the West End. So I said to my wife, let's sell Spanish food.
I get it, Spandeli, Spanish
yeah,
deli.
That's right. It's on trend.
Slow day today.
I'm really glad it took you a while as well, because I love the name, and it kind of rolls off the tongue, but I only looked at it the other day, and I went...
Spanish deli.
Spanish deli. There
so
we
is
go.
it all about the kind of meats and cheeses from Spain?
It's all about meats and cheeses from Spain. I mean, I've got a range of stuff here, which is manchego cheese, a tortilla I made this morning, some membrillo, which is a quince paste, some bellota ham, which is bellota is fed 100% on acorns, so consequently it's a very nutty
a vegetarian ham. Vegetarian cow?
No, it's not. It's a ham. Oh. It's a pig. Yes, it's the black pig. It's the black pig, the Iberian pig.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But I've also got some interesting little things here. Tiger nuts. Any of you ever heard of tiger nuts?
I was wondering what they were actually.
Tiger nuts are a root of a plant.
Okay.
And I, as a kid, used to eat them all the time. And in Spain, they make horchata out of them, which is like a milky drink. And you can either eat them raw, and they're hard, and you put them in your mouth, and you salivate, and eventually they soften, and then you can chew them like a nut. Or these, they're soaked overnight in water, so they soften. Have a little taste.
I'll have a try. Hands down, by the way, Richard from Spandeli, best guest ever. He's turned up with boxes of food treats, and we're just in food heaven. Thank you.
And you and Elspeth are like family friends.
It's a remarkable story. I knew Elspeth's grandfather in 1968 when I was in a play at the Apollo Theatre. So I met him and knew him for a couple of years while I was working there. In 1976, I worked at the English National Opera, and I met her mother and father and danced with them, and didn't at that time recognise that I knew their father. And then I've lived in Hackney for 30 years, and I drink in Biddles occasionally. And I was in Biddles 10 years ago in Lower Clapton Road, and I bumped into Elspeth and her fiancé at the time, but now her husband. Mm-hmm. And so therefore, I absolutely coincidentally, I knew 3 generations of the same family. So I feel like I'm actually part of the family.
Well, a very welcome part of the family as well. No, very good. Now, you actually transitioned, you've kind of hinted at it there, from a very different career. Mm-hmm. What did you do, and how did you get into this from
I've had a number of different careers. I mean, about every 10 years, I was an actor for 15 years, and I was in things like Jesus Christ Superstar and English National Opera and different Hair, the original Hair. Anybody know the original Hair?
I don't know the original one, but I've seen the recent one.
Well, the recent one, that was originally produced in 1968 when censorship was banned, and so there was nudity in it. And there were songs like Good Morning Starshine and Aquarius and Let the Sunshine In and that kind of thing. So consequently, I did that for 15 years. Then I became a drama teacher for 10 years and taught in Tower Hamlets. And then I became a regeneration project manager for the Elephant and Castle development.
Oh, wow.
Wow, you've had lots of careers.
And so in the last 4.5 years, as I say, I'm a bit long in the tooth now, so I need to calm down and slow down a bit. So, so what do? Open my own business in Hackney. I mean,
it's time to slow down.
What's a better way to slow down and relax?
But is this something that you really love?
I love food, as I said. I love food. I love Spanish food particularly.
Yeah, why Spanish food? Did you spend a lot of time in Spain?
No, as I said, my wife's Spanish, but the Spanish they still tend to produce their food with time and tested traditional methods. In other words, even beyond the French and the Italians, the Spanish are still very regionally proud of their food. So you can go there and you can get, for example, I made a tortilla this morning that I sell in the shop. You can buy a tortilla in one village and buy another tortilla in another village, and they will argue which one is the Spanish tortilla.
That's
See what
amazing.
I mean?
That's lovely. So they haven't been sort of
They
dragged down
haven't
by the
been
big supermarket
commercialised,
vibe.
and their food is generally not homogenised, so it's not sort of one type. I mean,
Yeah.
if you think of it in comparison here, we have cheddar cheese. Everyone thinks of cheddar as being just cheddar, but actually cheddar has so many different types of cheeses in cheddar. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
This is the team from Spandeli. You can follow them on Twitter at Spandeli UK, and you can also find them at 246 Dalston Lane. We'll be coming back to talk more about delicious Spanish food and maybe tasting some more just after a bit of Bob Marley.